demonstration speech. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
All right. Okay. So this demonstration speech is going to be about clearing and using a weapon efficiently. Most people have wondered how the military teaches you to clean a weapon. Some people actually have had the benefit of knowing that. The pistol itself has been used for self-defense for a long time for close-range stuff. Most of the military, whenever they assign a weapon, a lot of times most positions will use a rifle. A lot of positions that actually come in contact with people close range will get a pistol. For self-defense, you always want to make sure it works properly. So one of the first things that you want to do is make sure you always have a clean weapon. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. There's basically 4 steps for you to be able to clean the weapon. The first thing that you're going to do is to make sure the weapon is clear. Second thing you're going to do is disassemble the weapon. Then you're going to clean the weapon. And then the last thing you'll do is reassemble it and test it. So, alright, so the first step is going to be to clear the weapon. So we're going to make sure that the magazine is out, which I've already done that. So there's no magazine in the bottom, so everything's good there. We're going to check the chamber. We're going to make sure it's clear. So there's nothing inside. Either side. Most people just look at it. If you look towards the light, you'll be good there. So now that everything's clear. And then the second thing you'll do is you'll set the magazine off to the side there. So for the purpose of the cleaning, we're going to actually take apart the magazine because that's important as well. So the first thing we're going to do to disassemble the weapon is, you already know it's cleared, so we're making sure everything's okay. This weapon happens to have a locking mechanism inside the barrel, so we'll have to disassemble that. And then there's a locking piece here that is right where my finger is. It pushes through. As soon as you get it there, my finger will not push against it. So now that I've got it unlocked, it'll pull clear out. Weapon will disassemble. And then I have the recoil mechanism here. So set that off to the side, set that outside. So that'll be all of the pieces of the weapon set off to the side. So now what you'll do is you'll clean it. Usually there's a couple of different things you can use to clean. I use CLP, which is standard military issue cleaning oil for a weapon, some rags, a brush cleaner, and then what we'll do is we'll disassemble the magazine. The magazine itself just has a locking mechanism to hold it closed. It has a spring on the inside. When they sit for a long period of time, they're going to compress the spring so you don't get as much tension up against the wet rounds when they're inside there. So, alright, so whenever you clean it, basically you'll get your rag, you get it wet, and then you'll clean any parts of the weapon that have residue. A lot of times you get a lot of built-up residue in where the recoil action fires powder down inside and stuff. That'll cause the whole mechanism to dislodge and lock whenever it's firing. The spring, of course, it just puts tension, so it's not that important that the spring itself is clean, but because this whole thing rides inside of the mechanism and is pushed against when it recoils, you want to make sure it's clean as well. And then the barrel, most important part, a lot of things you'll do. You'll put some oil down in the barrel, you'll clean it with a brush of some kind, get it nice and clean on the inside, and then wipe it down on the outside whenever you're done. Get all the oil off of it that you can. You don't want a lot of excess oil inside there. So, and then after everything is cleaned, then what you'll do is you'll reassemble the weapon, which a lot of little pieces, so usually do it in steps just like what you did whenever you took it apart. Once you can get the locking mechanism to assemble. We won't worry about that. For some reason, I think the lip's bent on it. And we'll reassemble this. Still have to push the locking mechanism down inside the receiver there. Whenever you line this up, there is a groove in the Ruger that you have to push it back to get it to lock in.
You want to describe what you're doing a little bit?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get everything to seat into place properly. So my locking mechanism doesn't want to slide in there. Get this.
There we go.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then once the alignment's done, okay. And once the alignment's done, it'll lock back into place. You can open it. You'll be able to see that it's nice and clean on the inside. So once everything's cleaned up and everything, then all you'll have to do is load your magazine up, make sure that all your rounds in the spring is tight and it loads the correct direction. If you load it incorrectly, it'll load the rounds facing downward, so you can't really actually use it. And so once you're done with all of that, then you'll actually be able to take it out to the range and fire it, and it'll help out with a lot of the ejection mechanisms too, because if the ejection mechanism gets corroded with dust and everything, then it'll cause it to misfire. So, and a lot of people that go out to the range, they'll fire a weapon a lot of times and not realize why you have the misfiring problems and stuff like that. So in conclusion, the weapon, to keep it in working order, you want to clean it frequently, and the steps to do that would be to check it for safety, disassemble it, clean it, and then put it back together, and then you can fire it. Thank you.
There we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's pretty
5,
still
6,
thinking.
7, 8, 9, and 10.
Good.
Thank you.